What is going on, guys? So it's been a while since I've done a reaction, and Chris is one of my favorite coaches to follow. First of all, his videos are very short, and of course, the content itself is on point. So we are going to get straight into it. I do not want to waste any of your time. And what I'm normally going to do, if you're brand new to me doing this or any other coach doing this in this space, is I'm going to give my pointers from what I see. If I can add something, I will. And if you want to watch the original video, if I forget, just let me know in the comments and I'll try to remember to put it in. But it should be in the description box down below and in the pinned comments down below as well. Let's go.
Hey, in this video, I want to talk
Oh, I got to change the sound. I forgot to do that. There we go.
about why a change in pattern triggers anxiety, leads to dating disasters, and often relationship breakups. I get a lot of emails from viewers who say that they're dating somebody and everything seems to be going fine. The communication is okay, intimacy is great, everything's on track, no problems at all. And then all of a sudden, there is a change in the woman's behavior. Maybe she starts to become less responsive. She pulls back. She's not reaching out like she used to. A big one is where the girl stops saying good morning or good night. And men, being finely attuned to these changes in behavior, will suddenly become anxious. They will get worried. Why has the girl changed? Why has she changed her behavior? Why is she pulling back from me?
And fellas, always remain the same. See, it's really, really difficult because when a man's emotions are engaged, we usually can't really handle ourselves very well, at least guys that are not aware of this kind of stuff. So always remember there are two types of energies: attractive energy and repulsive energy. I've made this very clear, especially in my latest videos, which you guys can check out. But repulsive energy is probably where he's going to go with this. But a lot of guys tend to forget how they acted in the beginning of the relationship, what they were doing right. And instead, they go off of some sort of old behavior that they have had learned, either from movies and music and all this garbage, or maybe they just never really had a masculine figure in their life to point them in the right direction. So that's where this comes from. And it's very, very common. It's over 90%, probably 95% of guys just don't know how to handle themselves. So anyway, let's go.
And this anxiety will trigger a lot of problems, because when a man starts to feel anxious, he'll start to think that he needs to do more. He needs to fix the relationship. He needs to get closer to the woman. He needs to be more responsive because she's pulling back. She's losing interest. Therefore, through a kind of twisted logic, the man thinks that, well, the woman's pulling back. She's losing interest. She's losing interest because I'm probably not showing enough interest. So let me increase my interest level. Let me send more messages. Let me be more available and show that I care more. And then in response, the woman pulls back even further because maybe she was just busy, or maybe she was testing you, or maybe she had other stuff going on. And then all of a sudden she sees this desperate, anxious, needy behavior come out, and she starts to test you for real. She really starts to get turned off by you.
Like I said, remain the exact same. If you start flip-flopping in your behavior, she's not going to trust your masculine core. She's going to be like, if I go out with my girlfriends or I go to visit my mom, are you going to freak out? Are you going to lose your shit and just, who are you? That's basically how she's going to start acting. And this happens a lot with relationships that are short. Like, let's say you guys have been dating for 3 months, maybe 6 months. And then out of nowhere, you start acting, like that again, because she started testing you, or maybe she was busy. This happens a lot during school too, right? Exam times, stuff like that. So this is where you guys have to remain the same and be really cool. I understand that you're not used to this, right? A lot of guys aren't used to dealing with this kind of stuff. So remember, remain the same. Rule number 1.
So a change in pattern is not something to worry about. It happens. Women have that time of the month. They get busy. Things come up. They have problems. They have issues. Maybe you have been too responsive. Maybe they have been putting too much time into the relationship and they just want to pull back to reclaim their freedom and a little bit of independence. Don't let that trigger you. Don't let a change in pattern or behavior disrupt you and trigger anxiety, because if you get triggered and you become anxious, you're more likely to cause more problems and issues in the relationship. You're more likely to drive a woman away from you if you're dating her, right? Everything's easy in the beginning, but when you get into relationship territory, you need to know what you're doing. It's easy to date somebody, but at some point in time when you're dating, there is going to come a point where the woman pulls back or she changes her behavior. So just remember, if there is a change of pattern, don't panic, don't change what you're doing, let the girl go and come to you when she's ready, and everything will get back on track. You'll have nothing to worry about at all. So if you want to know how to build real attraction with a woman, I highly recommend you get a copy of my book, Atomic Attraction. You can pick up your copy by clicking on the link below. And don't forget, I do phone and email consultations. You can book a consultation with me on my website, developattraction.com.
So everything was absolutely true. And again, I have a free Discord that you guys can check out. It will be in the description box down below where we talk about stuff like this. But literally, guys, you just have to remain in your frame. This is all about frame control. If you don't know how to control yourself and remain the same dude, you're going to lose her. Because she is exactly like a storm, right? It's blowing like crazy, super high winds, rain everywhere. And then it's nice out of nowhere, right? And again, depending on the kind of woman that you can attract into your life, this should be a lot more stable. However, again, ladies are ladies and men are men. Men and women are completely different, yet certain things about us are kind of the same, right? So guys, and the one thing that you have to understand that she wants and responds to is masculine energy. She does not want to date another woman. She wants to date a man, and a man remains the same. He remains still. He remains stoic. He remains cool, calm, and collected. James Bond, right? So when you guys are dealing with somebody who has lost interest or she has pulled back, sometimes women realize that they've put so much energy into something and they're just like, you know what? I feel like going and hang out with my girls. You have to let them go to do these things. And don't get confused with letting go, meaning it's got to end or it's got to have some sort of closure or finality. It doesn't. It's just, it is or it's not. It is and it's not, right? Sometimes she'll pull away for a couple of weeks. So what? Let her go. Let her go do her thing. The thing is, fellas, what it is most of you, and I see this happen all the time, you are too focused on being in a relationship and not focused on your individual growth. So I have programs called the Better Man Project and Money School. You guys should, think about joining, in my opinion. Super biased, right? It's in the, so if you guys are interested in this, what we do or I do is we talk about relationship stuff like this, right? We talk about this in the chats, and you guys can DM me. I usually help a lot of guys for free. So you just got to go in there and drop it. You don't need to book a call. I have that option if you really want it, but I make my money doing other things, right? So I want to teach you guys and help educate you guys on how to grow and how to be better versions of yourselves. So you guys can do that, and you can learn about Money School, how to make money online, how to do this shit. You don't have to work your shitty job, right? So that's available if you guys want it. If you guys are interested, you guys can email me. It's in the description box down below. And of course, you can DM me on Discord. Okay? So I'll see you guys in the next video.